I gave my mum and dad all kinds of bath salts for Christmas. They were very pleased. And for a week or so after Christmas, they were always going mad. My mum had eaten all of the raisins before dinner. My dad sat on my goldfish and bursted, and Brian put one of those little bags in his mouth, and yes, his brains melted. Yes. Once I thought I'd made a breakthrough. I was at Shedl's, the Iron Fiddlers, and there they were. 2 razors. Maybe I could just cut the bath salts into little pieces so that my mum and dad weren't high all the fucking time. 2 o'clock the next day, I went to the bath salts and I cut them in half. Then I went to my mum and dad, who were eating Haribo's face. Oh no, this is horrible! Eating me is cruel. Eating me is murder. I shouted out, stop eating this face, gobhound. My mum said in a weedy little voice, hello, do you want some puff to eat? She was very pleased. But my dad, what does he do? He stuffs his great big penis into Haribo's Haribum, and then that really does it. My eyes pop out. Haribo flaps his hands. My dad blows, he puffs, he yells, he bobs his head up and down. My mum spits of Hollywood all over the floor. And Mum turned to me and said, never mind, dear. I don't suppose you'll say that again, will you? I suppose I will. Stop eating this face, gobhound. I was delighted, Mum was delighted, Dad was delighted, and Haribo was dead. And then we ate 203 tulips. More and more people in Britain today are eating marmalade. We spoke to Mark Side of Hackney.
Me and my sex slaves use marmalade for different types of pleasure. It's a bit sexy.
Be like Mark, be stupid. Eat marmalade. My mum and dad gave me a watch. A posh watch, where you can't tell the time. And it went well enough until one day at a camp, we were fiddling away like mad. I think you know what I... No! Suddenly, we had to hide the horn because Uncle Ronnie came to the camp. I know, I said. I'll stuff it in my watch. We folded up the horn and it's... the edges squished all over my face. So then I took this dildo and it was all prickly and squidgy, yeah. And if you held it up to the light, it was all twinkly. And I'll tell you what I did with it. I shoved it in... No! When everyone was out, I went up to Bubba where she was cooking bacon fried in Himmelschmaltz. I put my cock into the frying pan. It's the hottest thing I blow. Now I'm angry. Out goes the cloth like a whip. And he catches Bubba right on the wheelchair. I poked a hole straight through it. Bubba faints. Out cold. Dad was standing right there and he saw my whip burst through Bubba's butt. Bubba butt. And my dad burst in and he goes, "Hello, team." 1 year, a flying Scotsman came to the house asking for some titties and beer. And then he said, and he beats me at drafts, dominoes, dominoes, dominap, hair and drafts, dice, and even snare and hap. There was a man who turned up round our way once, put notices all round the street saying that he was going to kill himself right in the middle of St Pancras station. Yeah, I bet you can't. I said, anyway, next day we all turned up to see the man die. We took sandwiches and chocolate and drinks. I was really looking forward to it. When we got there, the man was standing on the edge of the platform. Here goes. So up jumped that man right into a train and he just fell over and died. Ha! I knew it. The Michael Rosen rock. You may think I'm happy, you may think I'm happy, you may think I'm cunt, you may think I'm run mad, but hang on to your seats and listen right here. I'm gonna tell you something that'll burn you, David Alexander. Yes, you. A hip. I'm giving you all the Michael Rosen lip. I was born on the Concorde. I remember very well that awful Concorde. I was in my mother curled up blues. Though I have to say, I was hanging from 8 blues. Nothing to do, didn't want to breathe. In pizza. I was so happy, didn't want to grow toenails. Then I hear the Skyfoogle give a shout. One push, Mrs. Rosen, and he'll be out. I'm telling you, that was a puzzle one. She said I said he lied. But I said my goldfish had died. When you said she said I said he lied, he said my hamster died as well. So everyone said shh. I shouted out, how do you know I'm a he? Dr. Prison. I popped out my head, said, now watch me die. I juked and jived around that plane and it flew right into an airport. Yeah, hip hop, Haribo. I'm giving you all the Michael Rosen ball. When I was 1, I peeped in the English Channel. When I was puzzled 2, I ate a soggy flannel. When I was 3, I started getting dazed. When I was runway 4, I ate the King's dinner. When I was 5, I was in a band playing drums. When I was 6 o'clock, look out the window. There's a windmill. When I was 7, I robbed a bank and went to prison for 41 years. When I was 48, I became the milk and sugar king of England. When I was 49, I closed my ass with a rolled up comic. When I was 49, they made me Prime Minister with the Lemonade Boys. So that's what I am, that's what I be. Move V with an D, with an O, with a U, with a C, with an E. That's what I am, that's what I be. Mr. Right Daddy Michael, Mr. Rosenbaum, Mark Sand, hip. Get out!